the importance of learning motivation for the younger generation. Do you know what students today are like? Has the rapid development of technology made them more enthusiastic about learning? What would happen if they don't maintain their motivation? What are the factors that cause a decline in motivation? Let's discuss these questions in the following article. In the world of education, especially in learning activities, the continuity and success of the teaching and learning process are not only influenced by intellectual factors but also by other non-intellectual factors that are equally important in determining a person's learning outcomes. One of these factors is a student's ability to motivate themselves. According to Daniel Goleman, 2004, 44, intellectual intelligence, IQ, contributes only 20% to success, while the remaining 80% is contributed by other forces, including emotional intelligence or emotional quotient, EQ. EQ includes the ability to motivate oneself, manage frustration, control impulses, regulate mood, empathize, and work cooperatively. W.S. Winkle, 2004, 526, defines learning motivation as the overall driving force within a student that stimulates learning. Therefore, learning motivation is a series of drives or forces that come from within oneself or from external sources to engage in learning activities, resulting in the desired change in learning goals. Learning motivation is crucial because it drives us to be diligent and enthusiastic in the process of achieving our desired goals. It also serves as a solution to overcoming laziness. Although laziness may still arise from time to time, learning motivation prevents us from continually succumbing to it. Especially for today's students, it is often said that if they are not given assignments by their teachers, they do not study, or they only study when there is an exam. Some even go through exams without studying seriously, focusing only on the act of studying rather than recognizing its importance. Besides laziness, other distractions like playing with friends, watching TV, and using mobile phones are the biggest temptations for students nowadays. A lack of motivation to learn leads to several impacts that can affect and hinder the progress of education in Indonesia. Motivation is extremely important in learning activities because it boosts the enthusiasm for learning. Conversely, a lack of motivation weakens the desire to learn. Motivation is a prerequisite for successful learning. A student who studies without motivation, or with little motivation, will not achieve optimal results. Although we have passed the COVID-19 pandemic, its effects linger. One such effect is that students have become accustomed to relying on their mobile phones. Online learning through platforms like Zoom or with assignments given by teachers and then submitted has been less effective, as the delivery is not direct, leading to boredom and a lack of understanding of the material. Students may feel restricted in asking questions or wanting to engage in discussions. Internet connectivity issues became a barrier to learning, causing many students to be reluctant to complete or understand the given material. However, since they were provided with mobile phones or other digital devices during online learning, they were tempted to use them for purposes other than studying, such as playing games. Playing is necessary, but at the right time. If students play during online learning, it is not justified, and this habit carries over even after returning to normal learning conditions. This habit leads to a bad practice, procrastination. Procrastination is a signal that our motivation has started to decline. When we procrastinate, there are reasons behind it, like following our desires to relax or avoid facing something difficult. These are signs that we need to maintain our motivation at its best level. If it has dropped, we must revive it and maintain it. Today's children have become too attached to their mobile phones, leading them to lose interest in learning. Additionally, there are other factors contributing to the lack of learning motivation, such as personal factors, lack of clear goals. Without goals, there will be no dreams to realize. Goals are targets to be achieved and directions to be followed. What is the point of learning if there are no goals to strive for? This is a common experience for many people. Lack of self-confidence. Those who feel they are not smart or are slow to think may be reluctant to study. They lack confidence in their own potential, especially when comparing themselves to friends who are perceived as smarter. This feeling of inferiority grows and makes them increasingly lazy to study. Environmental factors. Unsupportive social circles. The company we keep determines what we will become. If we associate with people who prefer to hang out, play, and have fun, we will be influenced by them. Studying will become the last thing we do. Family factors. Unharmonious family relationships. A troubled family environment disrupts concentration in studying. Family problems ruin the atmosphere and create discomfort. The support and guidance expected from the family are absent, as they are more focused on their own issues. Parents' expectations that are too high or too low. Every parent has expectations for their children. If these expectations are too high, they become a heavy burden for the child. As a result, the child feels overwhelmed by their parents' targets. Conversely, parents with too low expectations may not push their children to strive harder in their studies, leading to minimal goals like just passing school without concern for grades or methods. It turns out that there are many factors causing a lack of learning motivation, especially among today's children. They live in a world where everything is easy, and although the situations vary, technology plays a significant role. While technology helps us, it can also mislead us. Therefore, the role of parents is crucial in maintaining their children's motivation. This can be done by regularly checking in with the child, offering support, encouraging their talents or interests, rewarding their efforts, and more. In addition to parental support, teachers also play a role in boosting students' motivation at school by making learning enjoyable. Being a teacher who is liked by the students will make them excited to come to school. Another way is to give rewards when they successfully complete a task or assignment. We must have our own goals to boost our motivation, apart from relying on others. Remember what we are working towards. This answer lies within each of us, and we all have a purpose. Think about it, friends. Sometimes we need to understand ourselves, what we want, and what we want to achieve.